Hello and welcome to another video tutorial on, well, me. How y'all doing? I've got quite a few people on my page at the minute and I've had damn near 30 odd thousand views on YouTube. But I don't think I've ever actually given a formal introduction to myself. A lot of people have signed up to my page and asking me loads of questions about body language and you know what, and can you analyze this and what does that mean? And I'm here to help, obviously. However, not a lot of people actually know who I am. I'm just this guy who set up a body language page, and my videos are getting thousands of hits and views, and they're being shared all around the world. But who am I? So, hopefully, in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to explain a little bit about me, my background, and my experiences with body language and non-verbal communication. If you've not got me on my actual my Craig Baxter profile, here I am. My real name is Craig Baxter, but most people call me CJ or Jimmy B, which is a popular nickname. I'm 28 years old. I live in the United Kingdom. I'm a Lancashire lad. If you don't know where Lancashire is, it's pretty much like the northwest. Whenever I go over to like Canada or America, the nearest place I assume is Manchester. So I'm a born and bred Preston lad. And I set up Understanding Body Language Liars, Cheats and Happy Feet. I think it was March when I set this up. I remember being sat in exactly the same place I'm sat now. And I thought, I know, I'll just set up body language. And that's the first thing I thought of is liars, cheats and happy feet. Because it rhymes. Liars and cheats we associate with body language and signs of deception and guilt and things like that. And happy feet rhymes with cheats, but happy feet are pretty much the most important part of your body language because they're governed by the limbic system, so they tell us how we really feel. So that's a bit about me. Now, my background in body language is quite extensive. I've done a few courses. I'm going to show you some certificates shortly, which I've got over by my hi-fi. So I've got 921 people on my page now, but I'm just going to run through a few of my videos. So obviously, so I'm doing this. I've been uploading my videos to YouTube for a while now. I've just had over 30,000. I'm on a quest for 1 million. So let's just have a look at my videos. Now, my highest viewed video at the moment, ashamedly to say, is my Ian Huntley one, which I don't like talking about too much because I did this video because when I saw this originally done, all those years ago, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I've said to all my mates, this guy did it. But no one believed me until I explained about the body language and stuff. And then I decided this is one of the first videos I did about body language, and I wasn't quite sure how to address it because this guy obviously killed two little girls in Soham. I was and ahhing about whether to put this video on because it's slightly in bad taste. But I've had nearly 5,000 views on it. It is my highest viewed video, but it sickens me to my core every time I watch it because I remember seeing this for the first time and I was like, this guy's massively guilty, which is not good. So that's my highest viewed video. I do a lot of work on Michael Jackson. I've got to say, I share no bias towards Michael Jackson. I'm a big fan of his music. Got to be said, I've got all his songs and stuff. However, if he was guilty in my eyes of his accusations, unfortunately, I would have called it down the middle, and I would have said that. However, he's not, which is good. I know that the furious backlash I would have got if I said Michael Jackson was guilty and if he showed the hallmarks of guilt, but I would have done that because that's the kind of guy I am. I would have told it straight down the middle. I would have had to be a bit controversial. Obviously, I understand that I wouldn't have got as much scope and feedback as I've got now because Michael Jackson in my eye was just completely innocent. So I do a lot of work on Michael Jackson. I do a little bit of work on Lady Gaga as well. So I've got plenty of videos on there. I think I've got about 26, 27 different videos on all sorts of different celebrities about body language and non-verbal communication. So I'll scoot back onto my body language page. Oh, the missus just sent me a message. Sorry, babe. I'll just have to get you off there. I'll introduce my missus later on. So body language. So currently, I was the only and first guy to hold the master certificate from the Huntimel micro-expression training tool. So if you want to go and check that out on YouTube, that's the micro-expression training I use with Huntimel. We're looking at micro expressions and fleeting changes of facial expressions to 1/15 of a second. So please go and have a look at that if you're interested about learning more about body language. Now then, a little bit about my private life. If you want to know who the boss is, that lady is the boss. That is my girlfriend, Kat. She's my biggest supporter and my biggest fan. And I've got to say a big thanks to Kat, obviously, because you can imagine being with someone who does body language, it can be quite daunting. I mean, the amount of times I've chatted to people all around the world saying I could never have you as a boyfriend, you'd just be a nightmare. So I'm very blessed and honoured to have someone as lovely as Kat in my life. So a big thank you to Kat. What else have I got? I've got loads of different people I've got to thank on my page. I mean, I did a bit of analysis before about all the people who comment on my page. So if you've seen your name on there, thank you so much for supporting my page. I'm on a quest to get 1,000 likes. I'm on 921 at the minute. When I get to 1,000, I'm donating money to Help the Heroes, which is a charity here in Great Britain. So that's going to be the next thing to do. And I'm still undecided about whether to close my Understanding Body Language page down. Because I have got a sister page called Understanding Life Coaching, because I'm training to be a life coach at the moment as well. So I'm nearly there. So what I'm going to do now is going to pause the video. I'm going to shift over to the other side of my room. I'm going to show you some of my certificates I've got from over the years and explain to you about how and why I've got them. So, back in a sec. Okay, so I'm back over here by my my certificate side of the room. So the first one is the good one. I'll pull to It's the first certification for the UK in elite micro-expression training. So that's come all the way from America, and that's from Dr. Matsumoto. I'm sure you're all familiar with him. I've got another certificate on body language here. Which I got the highest grade awarded, which is A+. That was looking at more advanced changes in the emotion. I was also in the paper as well. A couple of times I was there. I've been in the paper there as well. I'm a bit of a daredevil by trait as well. I've done a skydive, which I got a certificate for there. I've also done a lot of whitewater rafting. Well, a lot, meaning one. Look at me, I'm lying on my own video. And I've also got to thank somebody who's no longer with us. Unfortunately, it's my nan. But she gives me the strength every day to keep doing this body language stuff for you as well. And I can't forget two of my biggest fans, Leon and Leona. Here we are, look, here the boys, very good. They don't support me very much, they don't do a lot, apart from eat my ginger nuts. So let me scoot back over to... And I'm back again. So basically, I don't think anybody does what I do. All I do is I find videos on the internet. I use this phone I've got here, which has got a high-def camera. I put this in front of the camera, in front of the laptop, and I talk about what I see. Now, I've scoured the net, and I can't see anybody else who does this, which is crazy, because body language is such a massive area and such a massive key point to understand that I think you should teach body language in schools, because it's such a strong communicator. And we need to understand about how things are being delivered, not what we're hearing. So with that in mind, I've got to thank people who I've learnt from over the years. I mean, the list is endless when it comes to body language. I've got to thank like Dr. Paul Ekman, Dr. Matsumoto, Joe Navarro, Maureen O'Sullivan, and Alan and Barbara Pease. I can't not thank them. They've been a great help as well, and countless other people as well on non-verbal communication. They've really helped me to set this page up, and I'm always learning all the time, but they've given me the skills to do all this page and try and make it as easy for you to understand body language, about why people do different things and why people say certain things, and understand body language basically. And understand about the science of deception, honesty, and things like that. So there we go. So that's a bit about me. That's a bit about my background. My long-term plans to get on TV. I've always said that. When I get to like 1 million views on YouTube, then somewhere along the line, some company in Great Britain, if anyone's watching this and who's interested in learning about body language, has got any connections to the TV, please let me know, because that is the next goal. I do a lot of work on radio, Salford City Radio, and BBC Radio Lancashire, which is good, but the next step for me is the TV. So hopefully this time next year, or maybe the year after that, hopefully that's what I'm looking at. So a bit of TV work, a bit of analysis on flirting and dating and things like that. So that's a bit about me. So if you want to see, I would turn the camera around, but I've just helped move my spare bed to my mum's. I'm all sweaty, so I'm not going to show you a picture of me, but if you want to see what I look like, that's what I look like right there. That's me. I don't have long hair anymore, but I've got that suit. That's what Kat got me, the boss. And there we go. So yeah, one final thought. The reason why I do this is probably that lady right there. Her name's Kat, or sometimes I call her Voldemort when we're having a row, but let's not go into that. I'm only joking, babe. And there you go. So that's me. This is Understanding Body Language, Liars, Cheats and Happy Feet. This is my page, the YouTube page, CJ Baxter. All these videos are mine. If you feel free to share them, comment them, chat about things. If you got any feedback, please let me know, because feedback is a breakfast of champions. I've had a lot of criticism of videos, but that's perfectly fine, because that's what sometimes I need to make these videos more appealing to people. Obviously, in a perfect world, I wouldn't like to just use this and talk. I'd like to have like a proper camera, but I'm sure when I win the lottery at some stage, I'll buy one. So, from everyone here, meaning me, take care. I look forward to speaking to you all soon on YouTube. Keep commenting on my videos. I will get to 1 million one day. And if you have any feedback, let me know. And don't forget to check out my Understanding Body Language, Liars, Cheats and Happy Feet page on Facebook. All you've got to do again is just type in Facebook/CJ Bax, 2 X's at the end, and my page pops up. So there you go. So that's a bit about me. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I look forward to speaking to you all soon. And I hope I've made a few new friends along the way. So from me, take care and bye-bye for now.